What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Detroit Lions video. Now, over the weekend, the Lions had a very busy weekend. They made a lot of moves on Saturday and Sunday, and that trend continued early in the week, as at the time of recording this on Wednesday afternoon, the Detroit Lions have brought in 3 more coaches to join this new look Lions regime. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the 3 hires, talk about their past, their history, where they came from, and what they're bringing to the Detroit Lions, and why Dan Campbell decided to evaluate and bring these guys in to join his first ever staff. Now, before we get into talking about the 3 hires, if you are new to the channel and are enjoying this Detroit Lions content, please consider liking the videos and subscribing to the channel. It takes just 2 seconds out of your day to do so. Helps the channel out more than you could know. I'd be super appreciative for it. It would mean the world to me. It's free, it's quick, it's easy. So if you could take 2 seconds to like and subscribe, I'd be super appreciative for it. But with all that being said, and without any further ado, let's get into the 3 new additions the Lions made early in the week and talk about what this means for the Lions moving forward. Now, the first hire that the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell went out and made this week was hiring Deuce Staley, the assistant head coach and the running backs coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Deuce Staley was the running backs coach for the Eagles since 2013, and he became and was promoted to the assistant head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2018 season. Now, Deuce Staley is being brought in to help our young running backs develop and become what they can be. He's trying to pull the best out of DeAndre Swift and pull the best out of Kerryon Johnson. So we have a very good 1-2 combo, a very good 1-2 punch going into next season. Now, Deuce Staley has a very good reputation and a very good history with running backs. He's worked with guys like Shady McCoy, DeMarco Murray, Darren Sproles, Jay Ajayi, and Miles Sanders, along with many more. He won a Super Bowl, and the Eagles won a Super Bowl in 2017, in large part due to their rushing attack of LeGarrette Blount, Corey Kmet, and Jay Ajayi. I mean, it seems like every time Deuce Staley gets to work with a running back, and a running back with a decent amount of talent, the Eagles have some good success rushing the football. I mean, Miles Sanders was one of the lone bright spots of the Eagles this year. LaShawn McCoy was one of the faces of the franchise when he was there. DeMarco Murray was solid in Philadelphia. Darren Sproles is one of the better known players of the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a solid running back when Jay Ajayi was in Philadelphia. He helped them win a Super Bowl as a very good and efficient rusher. Even LeGarrette Blount looked very good under Deuce Staley, along with many other running backs that he has worked with over the years. Now, Deuce Staley is being brought in as our new assistant head coach and our new running backs coach. You know, in my opinion, this is a very big hire for the Detroit Lions. I really like this signing, and a lot of people really like the signing of Deuce Staley. Again, every time he's worked with a running back with a decent amount of talent, he has been a phenomenal coach. He's brought the best out of his running backs and seems to bring the best out of his running backs every single time. And with DeAndre Swift's talent, with Kerryon Johnson's talents, I believe this can be a very good rushing duo next year. I believe we could see DeAndre Swift break 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. I believe we could see Kerryon Johnson get involved a lot and get a lot of touches as well. I believe this duo of running backs, and potentially a third running back if the Lions decide to add one, could be a very good combination and could be the strength of the team next year with the addition of Deuce Staley. And of course, this wasn't going to be part of the video, but of course, as many people know, on Monday or Sunday, the Lions also brought back their offensive lines coach, who's done a very good job over the past couple of years and had the offensive line opening up a lot of holes for DeAndre Swift, Kerryon Johnson, and Adrian Peterson last season. So with them bringing back their O-line coach, with them upgrading at the running backs coach and at the assistant head coaching position, I believe that our running backs could take a huge step in next year. DeAndre Swift could take a huge leap in year 2, and Kerryon Johnson could get back to his rookie form, averaging a lot of yards per carry and being that rotational back that Adrian Peterson was to DeAndre a season ago. Now, that is not the only big name hire the Lions Lions made early in the week, as on Monday night, the Detroit Lions decided to sign yet another Los Angeles Rams coach as they convinced Aubrey Pleasant, the Rams' former defensive backs coach, to transfer and make a lateral move to Detroit to be our defensive backs coach, and from what I saw, is likely going to be the pass game coordinator as well for the Detroit Lions. Now, Aubrey Pleasant was the defensive backs coach in LA for a long time. He was there for a couple of years and started being the Rams defensive back coach in the 2017 season, and that means he has worked and coached a lot of very good and very successful defensive backs in the NFL. I mean, you look at guys like LaMarcus Joyner, Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, John Johnson, Jalen Ramsey, Eric Weddle, Taylor Rapp, Jordan Fuller, just to name a few. So, I mean, very similar to Deuce Staley, Aubrey Pleasant has coached a lot of very good DBs. He's coached a lot of Pro Bowl guys. He's coached a couple All-Pro guys. I mean, you got Jalen Ramsey in there. You got Aqib Talib, two of the best to ever play at the cornerback position. You got Marcus Peters, who's a top cornerback. You have Eric Weddle, who was one of the best safeties in the NFL and one of the most experienced safeties in the NFL when he was in LA. You know, very similar to Deuce Staley, Aubrey Pleasant has had a lot of experience coaching a lot of different defensive backs, coaching a lot of different systems, coaching a lot of different players at the defensive back position. So I believe him coming in, working with Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator, two former defensive back coaches, I believe this defensive backfield, I believe these secondary players, our corners, our safeties, are going to take a major leap next year with these new coaching additions. I mean, with Aaron Glenn and with Aubrey Pleasant coming to Detroit, this could be a big move and could be the two coaches we need to develop Jeff Okudah, develop Amani Oruwariye, develop even Mike Ford and Will Harris and Tracy Walker into what they can be as prospects and what we were hoping they would become when we picked them in the NFL draft. Now, as I mentioned previously, there was also a third hire the Detroit Lions made this week, and this is one that a lot of Lions fans aren't super excited about. This is one that a lot of Lions fans aren't super hyped about, aren't super excited, and are actually quite disappointed about, and that was the Detroit Lions hiring the Eagles' former special teams coordinator in Dave Fipp. Now, Dave Fipp was the Eagles' special teams coordinator since 2013, and while a lot of people don't like this hire by the Detroit Lions, Dave Fipp has actually had a lot of very good special teams over the years. Since the year 2013, when he became the special teams coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, the Eagles have had the second most special teams touchdowns in the NFL, 20 to be precise. They had 12 kick return touchdowns, 4 punt return touchdowns, and 4 punts that were blocked and returned for touchdowns. Along with that, the Eagles have some of the most blocks in the NFL on special teams when it comes to punt blocking units. Since 2013, they've had 7 blocked kicks and 11 blocked punts. Again, 4 of those blocked punts going back for touchdowns. Now, not only has Dave Phipps had a very successful special teams over his entire career, there have been a couple years in particular where his special teams were top 5 in the NFL, particularly 2015 and 2016. And with the Lions already having a very good special teams in place, with the Lions already having a lot of talent, obviously a lot of success on special teams a year ago, I would expect Dave Phipps to come in and just make it better. You know, he's not brought in to rebuild this special teams. He's not brought in to bring in his own pieces. He's not being brought here to rebuild the special teams. He's just being brought in to keep it where it needs to be. He's not being brought in even to improve the special teams. He's being brought in so that the special team stays at a high level. And based off what I've seen from Dave Phipps, based off what I've seen from him with the Philadelphia Eagles and what I've seen from the Philadelphia Eagles special teams in recent years, Dave Phipps should be more than qualified to do so. Dave Phipps should be very qualified to keep this special teams where it is. We already have a Pro Bowl caliber punter. We already have a very good punt returner in Jamal Agnew. You know, we have a very solid kicker in Matt Prater. You know, we have a very good core of special teams guys already in the building, and Dave Phipps isn't being brought in to rebuild it. He's not being brought in to bring in his own guys. Again, he's being brought in to keep the special teams at a high level, and based off what I've seen from him, based off the statistics, and based off what I've seen from the Eagles special teams in recent years, he should be more than qualified to do so. And while he might not be the most exciting hire, while he might not be the biggest name at special teams coordinators, he should still be more than capable of running an efficient special teams for the Detroit Lions next season. And even with the coaching changes, even with the changes in the special teams coordinator position, I would still expect the Lions to be top of the NFL in special teams production yet again because of the talent we have at the position and for the unit. Now, with all that being said, those are the 3 hires the Lions made thus far this week. By the time this video is up, the Lions will likely have hired some other people as well, and if that does happen, I will obviously get back to it, and I will obviously make yet another video talking about the new and more hires the Lions continue to make. However, with all that being said, at the time of recording, those are the 3 coaches that the Lions decided to bring into this Lions organization. These are the 3 coaches that they decided to bring in and welcome into the pride of Detroit. And with all, in considering everything going on, considering all the outcomes, and considering all the names they could have hired, these 3 guys, I believe, are very solid hires for the Detroit Lions. Aubrey Pleasant and Deuce Staley, in my opinion, are the 2 better signings. However, I do believe Dave Fipp is more than qualified to run a good special teams here in Detroit. And these are 3 more hires you just throw onto the pile. I mean, this has been an incredible offseason so far by Detroit, and it's just continuing to get better. It's just continuing to go up and improve and get better over time. And with the Lions signing more players and more people this offseason, and this team is getting increasingly better by the day. And again, as I mentioned the other day, we haven't even gotten to the players portion of it yet. We're only in the coaching part of it. We're only in the front office and the personnel part of it from the front office, and this team is already miles better and miles ahead of where it was when it ended the 2020 season. With all that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, 3 more fantastic hires by our Detroit Lions. If there's more hires, or if there is any other Lion news before tomorrow, I will obviously make a video letting every single person know. But until then, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Thank you all so very much for watching the video. With all that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all tomorrow with more Lions content. Thank you all for watching. Bye, guys.